my name is Urella. This is one of my first YouTube videos, so please, I really need you guys to like and subscribe. I'm just a beginner, I'm learning, so please subscribe and like my videos. So telling from the title of the video, I'm actually going to be making jollof rice, and the method of the jollof rice I'm making in this video is a baked jollof rice. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe. Hey guys, so I'm sorry I already started the video before I went to get my camera. So I'd already started frying the onions, but there's really nothing much. I just parboiled my rice, which I'm going to show you later in the video. You're gonna see, and then I put my oil and onions, and my onion I was frying it before I went to get my camera. So now I just added the paste tomatoes, and the aim of these paste tomatoes is to make it dry so that the taste, like the raw taste, doesn't come out in your jollof rice. So it has to be really dry for you to get the right consistency. You have to make sure you keep stirring the tomatoes so that it doesn't get burned, because if it burns, the tomato won't be able to dry. It won't dry well, and also I mean, it's just gonna be a disaster. So please just keep stirring and make sure it doesn't burn. This pot I'm using in the video is not a non-stick pot, so I had to keep adding it. I'm adding my curry right now, and after adding my curry, this is the Duckworth curry. I got it from Nigeria. I don't know if they sell it in the African store here, but it's really good. I love the curry. So after adding my curry, I'm gonna add the Duckworth thyme as well. I got this also from the from Nigeria. So I'm gonna stir, like I said, keep turning the tomatoes so that the tomatoes doesn't burn. And you don't really need too much oil, it all depends. But if you use too much oil and the rice gets done, you're gonna see that the oil is gonna get settled, and I mean, it's not healthy. So now this is my turmeric. I'm adding the turmeric. I mean, you all know turmeric is healthy. It's healthy. So I added to my stew, my jollof rice, you know, to a couple things. I added there. Now I'm gonna add my nut cubes. These nut cubes, it has 2 cubes in one, so I brought out 3 of the nut cubes, but I think I ended up using just 4 cubes. So after adding the nut cubes, I turn it, make sure my tomatoes isn't burning. Now this meat I put in here, as you can tell from the video, is already boiled. I boiled it and put it in the freezer so that when I want to cook, it's easier for me to cook. I don't have to start boiling tomatoes and all those extra things. So I add the meat before I add my fresh tomatoes, because I want the ingredients in the tomatoes and the tomato sauce, the paste tomato, to get into the meat. And I just do this for like probably 2 minutes or a minute, just, you know, put it in there, and then before adding the fresh tomatoes. And my fresh tomatoes is already blended. I put that also in the freezer. I'm probably gonna make a different video on how on what and how I boil and blend my fresh tomatoes. But in the fresh tomatoes, I added habanero peppers, the red bell peppers. I added onions, added curry, what is it called, ginger and garlic. And yeah, that's what I added in the tomatoes before blending it. And then after blending it, I put it in the pot to boil for like probably like 10 minutes, because I didn't need the whole water to go out of the pot. Because of the way I do my tomatoes, I don't have to boil the tomatoes for a very long time. So, and it's pretty easy when you do it that way. I'm going to make a different video on how I, you know, do my tomatoes, my fresh tomatoes, and all those extra things. So now I turned the tomatoes to mix up with the paste. As soon as I'm letting that, I keep that in the stove to fry for a couple minutes. And then this is the parboiled rice I was telling you guys about. And now the orange or the yellow thing you see right on top of the rice is a meat stock. I kept the water from the meat from the chicken I had boiled previously. I kept it in the freezer, and I also brought that out so that I can use it for the jollof rice. So I'm just gonna mix that stock into the rice, and also I put in salt. I put like sprinkled like salt on top of the parboiled rice. I don't know if it's if I showed it in the video or not, but I did this so that the rice itself can have its own taste, because sometimes when I depend on just the salt in the stew, um and the rice gets cooked, I mean it ends up not really having enough taste in it because there's not enough salt. So that's why I end up doing this. So I add my salt into the rice, and then after adding the salt and the stock into the rice, I put in my boiled to my fried tomatoes in. So with the fried tomatoes in the rice, I just mix it up to, I mean, you mix it, or you know the quantity of tomatoes you want to put or stew you want to put in your rice. So if you want it really reddish, you can put enough stew and all the stuff. I love my jollof rice being like normal, neutral, not too reddish, not too whitish, and all those extra stuff. So when you're done mixing up the rice with the stew, you just cover your pan with a foil. And I already my oven is turned on already. I turned on my oven because I always like my oven preheating before I put in the rice in the stove. I put in the pan in the oven, and I usually put my oven on 350. That's the perfect this in temperature for me, or for my rice. Let me put it that way. So you just use a foil paper, and then wrap the pan up and dump it into the oven, and just leave it there. I mean, it's pretty easy, and it's it's I mean, you can put your rice in the oven and go about your business and don't worry about it all burning. But don't, please do not leave it for over 1 hour or even more than 1 hour. I guess at this point you probably have to like go check the rice after like 20-15 minutes, make sure it's okay. And if you feel like the rice is still soft, you can put a little bit of the stock water in it, and just close it back and let it heat. But give it time to cook up and everything, and your rice is going to come out perfectly fine. It's going to come out really good and tasty, and it's nice. I mean, I tend to cook one of the best jollof rice. I'm not trying to exaggerate or something, but honestly, when I make my jollof rice, it usually comes out really good. I wanted to put in the mixed vegetables into this rice, but I totally forgot about it because it was still in the freezer, and I usually bring it out, put it in the sieve, and allow the water from it to drain out a little bit. Then add it as soon as I mix my stew. I'll add it in there and mix everything together with the rice. But I forgot to add in the mixed vegetables, so I just ended up leaving it that way, because by the time I remembered, the rice was almost done, and there's no how I was going to put in the mixed vegetables. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and also try this method and see, try a different method and see if this works for you, or how good it turns out to be. But the rice was really good. I told you, it was really good. My chicken, I brought it out from the stew and I put it separately, so when I put the rice, I can put the stew on it, because I don't like mixing my chicken with my rice in the oven. Yeah, here you have your baked jollof rice. The picture didn't come out really good like I thought it was going to come out. I don't know, because my camera turned off, so I had to use my phone to take a picture. But I mean, it didn't come out. I don't know if it's the lighting from the stove or whatever, but yeah, the color of the rice didn't really come out the way it was. Thank you. Bye bye.